All right, I love this place, man. Comedy Heights, no cover. You might have to get up and let someone else sit down. It's pretty good. I think I lost my seat getting up to tell jokes. That's awesome. I had to park a half a mile away. It's cold. So yeah, I'm a San Diego local. Grew up here. Actually grew up in Spring Valley. I just tell people that right off the bat, so you kind of, set the bar appropriately for everything I do from here on out. It's like, hey, he's not doing meth on stage. He's doing really good for a guy from Spring Valley. Technically, I think I'm the third most successful entertainer from Spring Valley. Fourth if you count when my brother was on the news describing the sound of a tree falling on our house that one time. But if we're going by that, it goes Nick Cannon, whom I went to high school with. Did not know him, wasn't cool. Whatever that kid from Free Willy's name is. And me, I parked a really far away and I lost my seat. So there we go. It's a drop-off. Things are going well, though, man. I've been doing comedy for a few years now. It's pretty cool. You get to meet a lot of really awesome comics that have been doing it for a long time, a lot of headliners. So I always pick their brains. I ask them for advice, and they always give me the same advice. It's like, hey, man, what you need to do is find something about you that is unique and stands out. And I hope I find it one day. I feel like it's right here in front of me. Can't quite put my finger on it, though. I love telling that joke because I feel like there's at least one person that's just like, just say you got a messed up hand! I just have that feeling. I don't know. It's a fun joke, though. So I was riding the trolley the other day because things are going super well. Heard something that shocked me to my core. I get on the trolley and I just hear a woman's voice go, "Does this trolley go to Santee? Because I want to go Santee." And that is not something you say. That's not a thing people say. The correct expression is like, crap, this trolley goes to Santee. And it's like, I'm still trying to figure out, man, like, what is it about meth that turns people Southern all of a sudden when they start doing it? Y'all been just like smoking crushed up Skinner albums? Is that free bass in the free bird? That pun was for me. I don't know, man. I think it's funny riding the trolley because they have like advertisements for it on TV, and it is not really representing the trolley riding experience. It's like a bunch of people like singing and dancing, like they are thrilled to pieces to be on like a freaking metal stabby tweaker tube. That's what it is, man. It's the preferred method of travel for tweakers. I don't know why. It's just designed for them. It's it's just tight enough to make you uncomfortable, just big enough that they can fit their 10-speed on it. I'm not saying everybody that rides a 10-speed is a tweaker. I'm just saying every tweaker has a 10-speed. But I decided I needed to write a new ad campaign for the San Diego trolley, give them some new slogans to really sum it up, like, ride the trolley, it's San Diego's high-speed urinal. Ride the trolley, bet you wish you paid those parking tickets. Ride the trolley, confirm every prejudice you've ever had. And my personal favorite, ride the trolley, the blue line is for Mexicans. It's not racist, that's just accurate. It goes to South Bay. Look it up. Oh, man. I'm engaged. Got engaged a little while ago, earlier this year. That's pretty cool. We just recently moved in together. That's fun. We've decided, we've laid down some ground rules for living together, which basically means I have rules that I have to follow now. There's really only a couple rules. It's not that bad. They basically boil down to, and she's being really gracious with the first one. It's just, if I'm gonna fart in the bed, at least be wearing underwear. 2, I'm not allowed to open bags of chips anymore because apparently I do that wrong. And 3, the newest one is I'm not allowed to blow my nose in the bedroom at night now. So if you guys are up in Claremont and you see a guy farting, eating a bag of chips, and blowing his nose in his backyard, he's not a crazy tweaker. He's just happy. That's a man that's in love. So yeah, no, she's an awesome gal. We've been together for a bit. When we were dating, she did what I call the girlfriend prank, though. I call it this because I've had multiple chicks do this to me now because you guys are not very good at April Fool's Day. That's where your girlfriend will tell you she's pregnant to gauge your response to that. So we're having a nice dinner, which is what I call eating a Hot Pocket. And she looks across the table at me and she says, "Babe, I need to tell you something." I was like, "What?" She's like, "I'm pregnant." I'm like, "All right, whatever." She's like, "That doesn't scare you?" "Not afraid to hit you in the stomach." Oh, yeah, that's a fun one. I love the reaction it gets. It's kind of like "Oh, hi." Oh. It's just a roller coaster of emotion in one punchline. Half the people, there's way too many people just kind of on board with me on that one too. Like, "We're just happy you can throw a punch, weird hand guy. Good for you." Oh man. So how y'all enjoying the future? Yeah, it's 2015. It's the future now. Doesn't feel like it, does it? I'll tell you why. Every time I talk to people, they say the same things. Like, "Does it feel like the future to you?" Like, "No, we don't have flying cars." And it's like, well, you know why we don't have flying cars? Because they're terrible ideas. That's why. Nobody here can drive a regular car right. And y'all want to add, like, an extra dimension to your merging. I know people that frequently run out of gas on the freeway. Do you understand what happens when you run out of gas on a flying car? You are a grease spot in Hamul. Oh man, that's fun. Get a little older too. Turned 35 this year. So yeah, that was a weird kind of sound that was coming out of people. It was funny because it's a weird age to be on social media. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm at that point where like my friends are all married and have kids, and they start using like pictures of like their kids as like their profile pictures, and then coupled with like really weird political commentary. So I'm up at like 2 a.m. It's like, "Damn, that baby hates Mexicans." What the hell's wrong with you, baby? Hates Mexicans and loves Marilyn Monroe quotes. If you ever wondered if a chick's crazy, just see how many Marilyn Monroe quotes she puts on her Facebook profile. If it's 1 or above, she's probably insane. That's a terrible role model to have. It's just kind of funny because like the one I see the most, it's always like, "If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best." That's like a psychotic threat. Like, that's how crazy people act, and it doesn't work the other way. Like, I can't come home and be like, "Dinner ain't ready," bam, and bust my chick in the mouth and be like, "Hey, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best." They're like, "Yep, he's from Spring Valley and might actually do meth." Oh man. So, growing up in San Diego, I'm just gonna say it. Zoo's a tad bit overrated, gang. I don't hate the zoo. It's fun, it's cool, but like, if you really break it down, the zoo experience ain't all that. It's pretty much, there's like at best like 5 super cool animals that you wanted to see, and then they spread them out amongst every corner of the zoo and make you walk past like 10,000 other punk-ass animals you had no interest in. And it's like a quest to find them all. Somehow you walk uphill both ways. It's insane. And the funny thing, you always have a friend come with you, they're like, "Hey man, you want to see some tigers?" And you're like, "Hell yeah, I want to see some tigers. Tigers are freaking cool. You want to see some birds?" "No." Well, buckle up. There's like 15,000 birds on the way to the tigers, brah. They're so desperate to get you to look at their freaking birds at the zoo now that they let them like fly around like all over the place in hopes that you'll errantly look at a bird on the way to something super cool. You're pretty much dive bombed every point. You're walking around just knock it off! I'm trying to get my face painted! Yeah, that's a strong opinion to have on birds and or face paint, but I stand by it. But here's the thing, man. The other thing is, let's just say it, screw pandas. Screw them. Got no use for them. Not even. They're cute. They're cool. They're awesome. They're adorable to look at, but there are way too many rules that go along with panda viewership that I'm not comfortable with. You show up, you wait in line for a half hour, you finally see a panda, you get super excited because it's like, oh, this is like what they're like hyping up. Like, yeah, this is the great Chinese panda. And you're like, hey, look, a panda. Shh. You can't talk louder on the pandas. Can I take a picture? No flash photography here on the pandas. Don't even look directly at the pandas. It's reverse Mendoza. Every other animal at the zoo, I can scream in its face and flash it with my camera all day long. It will not acknowledge that I even exist. Pandas, on the other hand, are apparently made of like angel farts and fairy dust and explode at the slightest external stimuli. You guys have been a lot of fun. Let's bring your host Marie back up here on my couch right there.